What up, it's Guru Jojo. I'm going to be doing the tarot forecast for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is a new moon tarot forecast, and I switched the location, but it probably won't be here. Like, I like going in the other room over there where my tapestry is, but it's fine. I don't know, something tells me to come in here, but who cares? Boom, we got that Oracle, the Blind Spot Oracle deck, and the traditional tarot. So you get it on Amazon, it's called a Blind Spot. So anyways, boom. The new moon is in Aries, 4 degrees, so there's a need to balance out the competitiveness and assertion of the self with being responsible and building things that's going to help you obtain those desires that you want from the Aries energy. Like, Aries is the way that you end up asserting yourself, but we have to assert ourselves in a responsible manner, and this is a conflict of interest naturally. So what's going to happen is it's going to end up being something where some people are going to have to work with their competitors, which we see that all the time. Like, you ever notice McDonald's isn't too far away from Wendy's or Burger King? What else? There's another weird thing. Like, I remember seeing like a Chipotle and like a Qdoba or something. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but sometimes they'll be really close together. What else? Like, various food courts. Food courts in general, they are competitive, but they're close together because naturally, in order to like build something in your life, I guess like you have to work with your competitors. What's weird about it though is like where there's going to be another conflict of interest is this is where you have to kind of determine whether or not somebody is like really just being like an ally for their own protection, or if somebody's like trying to do something else. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't feel like explaining it. It's like one of those things where you have to kind of understand the meaning and reasoning behind the interaction. That's the best way I can explain it. I'm going to be starting with Gemini first. Gemini sun sign, Gemini moon sign, and Gemini rising sign. Alright, I left the book, so I'll be right back. R21. It looks like this. Basically, a lot of Geminis right now have like a kind of like a gambling opportunity. Like, they have the opportunity to kind of like place themselves in a situation in which they could be highly likely to be chosen. So that's what's going on right now. Like, there's a situation where you could be easily chosen. Like, there's something going on where you have to place yourself into the right area and you can be chosen for something. That's what I'm seeing pretty much for Gemini. Let's read the book. So page 21, card 21. Okay. It reads isolation. So it says right now you are isolating yourself and either telling yourself that you aren't, or are telling yourself that you need to go it alone when you don't. You probably have all kinds of very understandable reasons for why you are isolating. People don't isolate for no reason, but this isolation is not benefiting you, and it is making the situation at hand impossible. You might not be asking for help, not accepting help, not communicating with others, not including others in your decisions, feelings. You need to do things on your own and avoiding people. No matter what the case may be, the situation at hand cannot be solved if you continue doing this. Ask yourself honestly, how and why am I isolating? So I guess a lot of Geminis could feel like kind of like that hermit vibe. I think it's based upon experience of maybe like working with others or putting yourself in a circumstance that has to do with being chosen amongst others. So maybe you're feeling like less competitive right now. But like according to this description, it's saying that that's what's holding you back. Like you're not really seeing that this is working together. Like working together is what's going to bring upon the benefits, or bring upon at least what you want. It's like you don't want isolation, but it's one of those things where you don't get something for so long, like that after a while you become comfortable with like not having that, so then you actually start to have that as a preference. So, and I understand that, like so anyways, that's what I'm seeing that's going on a more negative scope. This card popped out here, the Ten of Swords, but I think that's more so lean towards the past, of like maybe feeling, I think, you know, within at least the spiritual community is that, and this goes for like artists in general too. Artists are technically in the spiritual community. They may not be like super spiritual, but it's like that whole imaginative, creative energy. It makes people psychic, and I think a lot of times there's a lot of misunderstandings for why people are saying and doing things based upon people's own insecurities. People can just misinterpret things, okay? Like, and it's difficult because a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are assholes, and they only say and do things to make people feel bad. But other people really don't mean to do that. And, you know, I personally been mistaken for that my whole entire life. Like, so half of the stuff I say, to be honest, I don't really apply it like to people that I know or anything. So, and I've always said that. So just like, stop. Like, but for now on, I'm probably going to be doing pick your card readings anyway. First card here is the Eight of Swords. So, I'll show the cards right after I'm done. Let me just finish picking the cards. Gemini, Sun sign, Moon sign, and Rising sign. So we got the Seven of Swords here as well. Okay, we also have the Three of Wands here. Okay, we got the Justice card. Gemini, you're definitely coming at a situation of feeling like you can't really see or think clearly. A lot of outside opinion also influencing what you intuitively know. And this could be caused from just simply like lack of information. So something being said indirectly or missing information. Also possibly people stealing from you. You may have a situation like that and you feel like you can't say anything about it. So that's the reason why you feel like you have to indirectly communicate it. That's what I'm getting there. But I'm seeing that, don't look at it that way. Look at it as like you guys are all like kind of just like working together. But I know what you mean. Listen, my channel on YouTube, you know, yeah, I have the official artist channel, but at the end of the day, like, my subscriber count is lower, and, you know, people are taking advantage of that, a lot of these bigger channels. But my thing is, like, justice is going to be served for this type of stuff. That's why, you know, I kind of leave things alone, because, like, at the end of the day, I am connected with the spiritual realm. If stuff continues to go on, you know, so that's the way I see it. Like, Three of Wands here with the Justice card. It looks like there's an opportunity to rebalance in your life. So something's coming in your life. You could receive a phone call, an opportunity to travel, an opportunity to implement fairness in your life. Others, if somebody has stolen from you in the past, it looks like that court situation, if you brought it to court, there's going to be a verdict that's very positive. So it looks like it's in your favor. That's what I'm seeing. So it just looks like, you know, in the beginning things are a little bit rough, because it looks like you may not be able to communicate the things that you want, or you may not be able to understand certain things that you want. You may be doing too much. There's too much going on. And I think that's like a problem right now too, is like there's so much stuff going on and people having multiple and different insecurities, to the point that it's like you're trying to do something, but at the same time another person is trying to control the situation for some other particular reason, and then this person's trying to control the situation for this particular reason. And a lot of people are so like self-centered, because I feel like this card could be a self-centered card too, because it's like this person's completely internalized. They're not even looking at the external world. They're only thinking about their own insecurities, to the point that they don't see like that they're not the only person in the world, you know? Like there's other things going on, and we can't always attend to like your needs right now, whether this be like related to you or the people outside of you, or both. Like we have to be more aware of the broad dynamic that's going on. Like I said, put yourself into the pool of energy and look at it as like together you grow. Like at the end of the day, in basketball, the ball hogger, right, is not cool. Like it's not cool to be a ball hogger. It's cool to work with the team. You could be the star player, but you could still be like a team player, right? It's not like you're competing with the people on your team when you're playing basketball. So it's like, I guess, what team are you on is like kind of like what I'm seeing from this vibe right here. So that's Gemini's reading. All right, so Libra is next. Libra sun sign, Libra moon sign, and Libra rising sign. Okay, Libra, the first card here for you, it looks like it's card number 68. So that's what it looks like. So it looks like basically there could be definitely love. I'm seeing like possible love, but I'm also seeing that this love situation, it seems to be out of balance in some way, and maybe there's a need to find some structure in it. It's almost as if the love is there for some people, whether it's be a relationship romantically or a friendship, but it looks like it's like misdirections. So like when somebody else is giving a signal, it looks like possibly the other person has missed the signal because their focus was somewhere else. So there's a lack of synchronicity within the relationship, and that's ultimately gonna be what helps to rebuild the relationship. So that's what I'm seeing for this card. Now, in terms of the stuff that you could be missing, let's see, it's card number 68. All right, it reads self-harm. So if you have drawn this sigil, you are currently self-harming, and this self-harming you are engaged in is not benefiting you or anyone else in the situation. Instead, it is keeping you stuck. There is always a positive motive for our self-harming behavior. We might be telling ourselves that if we punish ourselves, we will never make the same mistake again, or that we can do penance and be more likely to restore a sense of our own goodness. We might be constantly criticizing ourselves. So, okay, there could be like negative thinking. Okay, so it looks like it's more so mental self-harm, but it could be physical self-harm too. So this could be as simple as like not getting enough sleep, or even things like, you know, eating the wrong things or whatever you're ingesting, you know, smoking cigarettes or something like that, is what I'm seeing, possibly. Not drinking enough water, because this is like whatever is harming, whatever can harm one's organs. So, you know, if you don't drink enough water, then you're harming your kidneys. If you, you know, you get it. You should get what I'm saying. So it says, if you have drawn this sigil, will become aware of how you are harming yourself in this scenario. You may benefit by asking yourself a question: what would someone who loves themselves do? So that's what I got out of this book. So all right, so I'm gonna pull the rest of the cards for Libra. All right, these two cards popped out here. Ace of Cups and the Chariot. I wasn't done shuffling like at all really, but I'm just gonna put them here because they did fall out. So Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Three of Wands. All right. So basically what I'm seeing is right now is the time to pay attention to the signals as it relates to love. Love, and also just taking care of yourself in general. Like, be more in tune with your body and assert yourself accordingly. Like this is stuff like, okay, I'm feeling dizzy. That's a signal. Maybe that signal is to get hydrated, right? Hydration signals. I need to take better care of the heart, possibly. Try to do relaxation techniques. Don't work too hard. Make sure you're taking breaks. And I'm just seeing too that this is going to help in your love life as well. Ace of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here is that there's an opportunity for restructuring the self. Definitely. Like, something is coming your way. I don't know if you're getting an advancement at your job, maybe like some sort of like package of money in some way. If it's not that, then it could be like something being offered to you. But what's weird about it is the Seven of Swords is here. So it's like, make sure you're really reading the paperwork and getting what you want out of whatever this offer is, because there's something that's not being clear. Somebody's leaving out information and details, especially if it has to do with traveling or going on some sort of vacation. All right, let's take a look. Some sort of offer is coming your way. Oh, this is the order, but somebody's leaving out information, and it could be related to traveling. going on a vacation, but it looks like it has to do with possibly just receiving some sort of good news about something. Like this could be something you applied to or something you asked about like a while ago that you wanted. And a lot of times too, the Chariot card could be related to getting like a wish granted. It's not like the Star card, like you actually have to do something in order for this to like set off. But like there's something there, some sort of opportunity for structure. But again, just really make sure that you're getting what you want, because I'm seeing, you know, you can speak up about what you care about and what you want, and maybe they'll rearrange things for you like accordingly. I'm also kind of seeing maybe somebody left and went to go travel because they actually got some extra like pay. They got some extra pay, but they just didn't tell you. They didn't tell you about it. Like somebody gave them something. That's all I'm really getting from this reading so far. But definitely look at the signs. There's something coming your way, like an offer. Make sure you have like a clear headspace. Like I said, drink some water, because I think a lot of Libras have an imbalance with their water in their body or something like that, and this is causing them to almost like miss the signs, because like your body is not going to be as responsive to things. Be careful with any like alcohol drinking and stuff. Don't do too much, because it's going to slow down your energy a little bit right now, and you don't want to miss the signs for this, and you don't want to see the signs for this but then get fooled into something because of some sort of left out information. It looks like you need to be alert to see this mistake or this error. And then there's also like a good opportunity coming your way, possible travel situation or possible like job offer. Something's being offered. There's something being offered. A call back from something is what I'm seeing, or travel. But this card reversed means a missed opportunity. I don't pull reversals, but I'm saying like you see how simple things could change. Like this could go from like, with this combination, this could go from literally getting that offer, right? There's missing information. Did you catch it? Right? So if you didn't catch it, then this is almost basically coming after the offer, and then it's like missed. You see? So you don't want that to happen. See, that's the difference between like people who use reversals and people who don't. It's like the reversal came in right there. It's showing you how this can easily be reversed. So that's Libra. So I'm going to be doing Aquarius next. All right, Aquarius, sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it looks like you got this. Oh, it looks like the Wheel of Fortune or like the Ace of Pentacles a little bit. It's card number 27. So it looks like there's possibly something either in your way. So there's a boundary in your way. Somebody has a boundary block up. This could be, this is more physical. So it's like someplace where you can't cross. This could be like you need a pass or something like that to get in, or on the other hand, this could mean that you have the benefit of having that boundary block in some way. Some people could have a lucky situation coming their way as well. Let's see what the book says. It's card number 27. So it says the bubble. If you have drawn this sigil, you are stuck in a bubble in your current perspective. You are only seeing the truth of your perspective. As hard as it is to accept this, you are operating from a narcissistic viewpoint. Intimacy can be broken down into 3-word phrase, into, me, see. First and foremost, intimacy is to see into another so as to deeply connect. But intimacy goes beyond just seeing someone. Intimacy is seeing into, feeling into, listening into, perceiving and understanding someone. To have genuine intimacy with someone, we have to be willing to commit to becoming an expert on them. It is to completely see their perspective. It is for them to completely see ours. So, low power mode here. Fix it. Okay. What are you talking about? Automatic, and see something reduce this in whatever, just record my stuff. So anyways, that's pretty much what I'm seeing right now for this reading, is that like pretty much there's like a boundary block, so it's causing your perspective to be narrowed because of the boundary block. But it looks like this boundary block is more so on the basis upon like where you network, like internally speaking. It's like your networking is centered within your own head and not like your heart at all. So all your networks are really just being signaled in your brain. It's like no signals really connected to your heart. So that could be what's going on. So that's what's getting in the way. Now at the same time, it's a benefit for that. That's good for things like coming up with ideas and networking, but you don't expect love in your life for something like that, you know? I'm just being honest. It's like difficult to be with someone that only thinks about their own thoughts. Like their thoughts really are not connected to love. It's just all mental and logic. So what that does, that forms indirect connections always. Oh gosh, all the cards want to fall out. So the Lover's card is here. We got the King of Wands here and the Judgment here. So the order is actually King of Wands, Judgment, Lovers. All right, and then this card is the Page of Swords. So what I'm pretty much seeing is that you could be dealing with a fire sign individual, or this is yourself, all right? So if you have fire prominent in your chart and then you have like air prominent in your chart somewhere, so this could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person who is very judgmental in their relationships, okay? It looks like they usually pick specific types of people, quite vulnerable, young, youthful, maybe people who they think is not going to disrupt, you know, that mental ego. Also, spying is going on. Somebody's also trying to influence the judgment of a particular person. Misjudgments could have occurred too because of the boundary block that's here. If you can only see things with your brain, and you can't really see things with like the rest of your body. You can't take in senses with the rest of your body. Like, you're not really seeing everything because there's way other feelings to feel and stuff, you know? So there's way other perspectives. I'm also seeing some people are judgmental in like certain love matters, like judgmental in who should be together. Like, this could be people that are like against certain types of relationships, like judging relationship dynamics. I'm gonna clarify for this one, just like one clarifier for this reading in general. But I'm just seeing there's a fire sign individual that's very judgmental. All right, so we got the Three of Pentacles. So with the Three of Pentacles here, this could be like with work collaboration, specifically this relationship here. It's actually like a business partnership and work collaboration possibly. Other people, someone new is coming in your life for a relationship. It's a brand new start. This person could be coming to maybe learn from you or something like that. I'm also seeing that two people are together in a relationship and they have to collab with one more person for whatever reason, whether it be work or maybe they're into that kind of thing. But that's what I'm pretty much seeing. Somebody may have a child that you're in a relationship with. There's a connection between this card and this card here. Like, this does look like a pentacle. So, like, some Aquariuses really are only about the money. That's the only thing they think about. Their mind is always on how to get the next dollar. So that's the reason why they can't really love, because the love is taken over by the lower frequency of love, which is like material things. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing for this reading. Like, it's really just either this is the type of person you are and people are starting to see that, or these are the people that you're attracting. You need to be more aware of this and make better judgments to keep these people out, because you don't want to, if you're trying to form like love relationships, you want to make sure that the person's not only about like money. I don't think that's what you want right now if you're kind of going for love. Also too, if some Aquariuses are thinking about like getting a donor, because it looks like they're trying to, there could be a possibility of a younger person coming into their life, but it's like the person is really just mostly about the money. So if you're wondering like why are they not responsive or something, and you feel like they're judging you in your relationship, that's not what it is. This person is about the money. But also they could, I'm going to contradict myself and say they could be just like limited minded, to be completely honest. Like, they definitely could be. They could be, because there's no heart there. So their mind, they only think that people should be together of like opposite genders or sex. So that could be an issue too, or maybe this is how you think. I'm not really sure, but it's like, that's what it is. It's either the money, so see if you can offer them more money if they will react, or it's just that they don't agree with your ideals because they are limited minded. That's what it is. Okay. Boom. That's it for the air signs. Thank you for watching. Blessings, light, love.